Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. A very good day to everyone. Okay, we are going to discuss the first exercise of topic 10. I'm selecting question 3 because it's the basic question. Now, before we discuss in detail, the question, I would like to actually tell you that you can see the question by looking at the exercise that I upload inside the online learning. This question, you can see, you can refer to the question or exercise that I upload in the online learning for topic 10. Okay, this question is extracted from one of the final exam in previous year. I select this one because it one is very simple, straight to the point, so that it's easy for you guys to understand. Okay, so remember, based on what you learn in advanced financial management, on capital budgeting, we are concerned on the cash inflow. If it is inflow, it is positive. If it is outflow, it is negative. The one that you learn in advanced financial management is more on buying new asset, or replacing old asset with new asset. But in international finance perspective, we are going to learn, okay, whether the parent company should open a new subsidiaries in new country or not. So should the parent company open the subsidiary in new country or not? Okay. So it is not. It is actually similar to advanced financial management. It's just like it's looking at different perspective because we are concerned on the exchange rate. Okay, because parent country and subsidiary country is two different countries and it involves exchange rate. Furthermore, okay, capital budgeting from international finance perspective are actually focusing on doing the analysis not only from the parent's company perspective, but also from the subsidiaries perspective. So it means that here, okay, when we do the calculation, what we did is usually we will analyze from the perspective of subsidiary first, then we will see, okay, the capital budgeting from the parent's company perspective because it involves two different countries, two different currency, and two different corporate tax. All right. So now let's start. Okay, by reading this question. La Trobe Limited, an Australian shoes manufacturing company located in Melbourne, is considering moving some of its operation to Tamil Nadu, India. So we know that here La Trobe is the parent company and the potential subsidiary that they want to open is in India. So here you have to be very careful. When you look at the information, you have to differentiate. Either the information given is in Indian rupee, the subsidiary's currency, or in Australian dollar, the parent's currency. So operations in India would begin in year one and have the following details. Now remember, we have to actually differentiate which one is cash inflow, which one is cash outflow. So if you look at this information given over here, sales price per unit and then sales price increase. So it means that you have to calculate year by year, okay? And then they said the initial sales volume year one and then sales volume increase 12%. So we need to calculate year by year. Okay. So the same with the production cost and also there is an incremental in terms of percentage for production cost. And they have like annual general administrative expenses and also annual depreciation expenses, and the WACC is there 12%, and this is the terminal value. It's different with advanced financial management. In international finance, sometimes they give you terminal value in currency, sometimes they give you terminal value in percentage. What is terminal value? It means that at the end of the project we want to close the subsidiary. For example, in this question, if you look over here, they just give you 3 years, exchange rate. Okay, so it means that maybe, not maybe, this one we can assume that what we call it, the operation, yeah, the period. Okay, the period of the subsidiary or the period of the project is only 3 years. So that is our assumption, although they didn't tell us, but it means that 3 years, 3 years project, yeah. So it means that here we need to find after 3 years all this information, yeah. So let's look at the next information. The operations in Tamil Nadu will pay 75% of its accounting profit. Accounting profit here means that net income. So it means that from the net income for the subsidiary will be paid to Latro as an annual cash dividend. So if 3 years project, setiap 3 tahun tu, each 3 years, yeah, each year for the 3 years, they have to pay cash dividend. How much? 75% of net income. So the corporate tax in India is 32%. Tax in Australia is 30%. So different, yeah. What is the maximum Indian rupee price La Trobe Group should offer in year one for the investment? What does it mean? What is the maximum Indian rupee that La Trobe Group should offer in year one? Or it means that, okay, how much the maximum price lah La Trobe is willing to pay in order to open, yeah, the subsidiary in India. So it means that by beginning or year one or year zero lah. Maksud dia ni should offer in year one. It is the style of international finance. When they say that offer in year one, it means that in year zero or beginning of year one to open the subsidiary. Okay. So here, okay, what we have to do is we have to extract all the information first. Let's start. Yeah? Let's start with the perspective of subsidiaries. Means that we have to do capital budgeting from the perspective of the subsidiary first. Okay. So I'm going to put here from subsidiaries perspective. Okay, we have like 3 years. And then the first information, sales price is 750. Okay, so I'm going to write over here 750. Okay, so 750, but next year is going to be 4%. So this is the amount after you calculate. You can try it, okay? You can try it by your own, yeah, without looking at the after we finish all this video, okay, all the video recording, after finish, not you finish doing the video, after finish watching this video, you can try it by your own and see whether you get the same answer with me, okay? So here is the sales price, and then after that, okay, we have to calculate how much is the sales volume. Okay, this is the sales volume. They give us 800,000 and it is increased by 12%. So it means that we need to times 1.12 for each year. We will get this answer. Okay, let me correct it. Okay, like this. Okay, so after that, what are the following information? They have production costs. Okay, so production cost, the same thing, 300 times 1.05 for each year. You will get this answer. So now these are all the information. First, we need to identify how much is the cash inflow. So cash inflow is coming from sales. How do you calculate sales price times quantity or volume? Yeah? So we get sales over here. So sales over here, total sales. Okay, you times 750 times 800,000 in year one and continue in year two, year three. Yeah? You will get this answer. Okay. And after that, after calculating the total sales, this is inflow, so it's going to be positive. And then you have to calculate also the production cost. So how much is the total production cost? Okay, total production cost is equivalent to 300 over here in year one times with the sales volume. So you will get the answer of, okay, I put it negative over here because I want to portray the outflow. This is inflow, this is outflow. Okay, so we get this amount. And then the question also gives the GA, okay, general and admin expenses as well as depreciation. Okay, so I'm going to write here. Okay, so these are all the information that we have. Now, after that, what else? Do we have other cash inflow and cash outflow? No. So we can actually calculate the operating profit. So operating profit means that total sales, I mean, this is inflow, this is outflow, outflow, outflow. Net it, you get the operating profit. So this is the operating profit that you should get. Okay, and then don't forget, the government say that if you get profit, you have to pay tax. But this is in India, so we have to refer to Indian corporate tax. So Indian corporate tax is 32%. So be careful, yeah, not to select tax in Australia. Okay, so it means that here it's going to be this amount. Okay, so means that the net profit in Indian rupee, remember this is all Indian rupee. So be careful when you write, yeah, because you need to differentiate between Indian rupee and Australian dollar. So this is the net income after you minus with the corporate tax, you get this amount. Okay. So the question is saying that you need to pay 75% accounting profit to La Trobe Group. So means that this is something that you have to do, because the question is not asking about net present value of the subsidiaries, perspective. But if the question is asking, it means that okay, you can calculate it. Okay, you discount it if they have like the initial outlay here, you can calculate the NPV. Okay, because the WACC is 12%, it means that 224, is it 24? 242 million, okay? 242 million divided by 1.12 plus 280 million, 0.9 million, blah, blah, divided by 1.12, the power of 3, plus 325 million divided by 1.12, the power of 3. Discount it minus initial outlay, but we don't have initial outlay over here. This is just to let you know, yeah, if the question is asking about NPV of the subsidiary, you can calculate. Just calculate the cash flow first. Means that, oh sorry, it's not net income, you discount it. First of all, you have to plus back depreciation, yeah. I'm sorry for that, so I'm going to correct it back. To calculate NPV, what you have to do, you have to plus back the depreciation over here. Okay, and you have to, means that here, equivalent to this amount. Let me see why I don't have any color over here. Okay. All right. -1. Okay, you plus back with the depreciation. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with this, yeah. Maybe I cannot correct it while doing a video, but I will try again. Okay, let me try again. Equivalent to, okay, yeah, I think I cannot correct it while doing a video. But never mind. Okay, just like usual, when you want to actually calculate the what we call it, the cash flow, we have to add back the depreciation. So you add back depreciation here. Okay, and then okay, you plus back with the, yeah, I think I know what's the problem. Okay, you plus back with the 15,000, but we don't want to have negative here. So 15,000, not 15,000, sorry, 1.5 million of Indian rupee. Means that your net income plus depreciation over here, okay, you will get the cash flow. So after that, plus it, you get cash flow. Okay, to calculate cash flow, you just plus the net income with depreciation, you get cash flow, right? So if you get the cash flow, and then after that, you discount it. So, so it means that you can calculate the NPV over here. So it means that NPV equivalent to 2439200000 divided by 1.12, the power of 1, plus 282,435,200 divided by 1.12, the power of 2, plus 3269760005 divided by 1.1 to the power of 3. So after that, you minus with initial outlay, you get NPV. But because we don't have the initial outlay over here, so I just want to show you how it is, okay, to calculate the present value, net present value, if the question requests you to do. But in this question, okay, they didn't actually ask you this. So I'm going to delete back. Remember, okay, in international finance or in any finance subject, only answer what the question wants, not what you know, because you are wasting your time if you answer what you know, okay, and it does not give you any marks. Just answer what the question wants. So let's look at the from the perspective of parent company. So here they will get dividend, right? And it is actually 75% from the net income. So this is how much you get. This is 0.75. You times with this amount, okay, you will get this amount. However, this dividend is in Indian rupee. We want to bring back to Australia, so we need to translate it. So you look at the exchange rate, put it over here. Okay, so this is the exchange rate. And how much is it dividend in Australian dollar right now? It means that this amount, you divide by 38.4, you will get the answer. So I already do it for you. So this is the answer, dividend in AUD. Okay. So if you get this dividend in AUD, now the question is, okay, this all the cash inflow that will be getting by, that will be, uh, uh, transferred to the parents company, that will be transferred to the parents company. However, at the end of year 3, okay, the parents company will sell this subsidiary. The question is, how much will the subsidiary value? Okay, how much is the subsidiary value, and how much will be transferred to the parents company? So it means that we have to refer back to the question. They said that terminal value here is actually 20%. In international finance, when they have discount rate, it means that the last dividend received, you divide by 20%. Okay, the last dividend received means that on the third year, how much you receive dividend. On the third year, you receive, okay, in Australian dollar, okay, 581,207.1.5. This is how much you receive. So it means that in order to calculate terminal value, what you have to do is you get 581,207.1.5. Oh, I forgot. Before you calculate the terminal value, yeah, you have to pay tax first. Okay, I forgot. I just want to go to the terminal value. Okay, you have to pay tax here. Okay, so the corporate tax here is 30%. Yeah? Corporate tax means that the profit you get from the business. So you have to refer to the tax for Australian government. Okay, 30%, and you minus with the 30% over here. Okay, so you get the net dividend in AUD. Alright, you get the net dividend in AUD. Okay, so I'm going to put here as net dividend. It's better, net dividend received in AUD. With that, we have to calculate terminal value. How much you calculate in terminal value? The last dividend here, you divide by, okay, you divide by 20%, because 20% discount rate. Okay, alright, so here you will get the answer of 290,603,589 million of Australian dollar. So now you can find the cash flow. Okay, this is the cash flow from the subsidiaries that will be received from the subsidiary. This is the cash flow that will be received by the parents company in Latrobe, okay, Melbourne. In Latrobe, Melbourne, Latrobe Group. Latrobe is actually a suburb, in Melbourne. So Latrobe Group, located in Latrobe, in Melbourne. So this is the cash flow that they will receive, annually, So you just plus it, you get the third year. After you calculate the cash flow, now you can calculate the NPV. Okay. to calculate the NPV, you can just, if you want to be fast, okay, what you have to do is you can always calculate the NPV using the formula, okay, like this. Alright, this 331,4335.94 divided by 1.12, 12% here, plus you get the NPV. However, the NPV here, we don't call it NPV because we don't have initial outlay. Yeah? So this is the present value of cash flow. Okay, after you calculate that, you will get the answer, the present value of cash flow. Or you can also use Excel. So I'm sorry, this is not to calculate the NPV. This is to calculate the present value of cash flow. I'm using the wrong term. Okay, so if you actually put the discount rate here, you can also use discount rate other than using formula, because I'm using Excel, so I'm going to put it in formula. It means that here cash flow you times with the PVIF 12%, just like this, one by one, and then you will get the answer of this. So it means that here discounted cash flow, discounted cash flow, it means that this amount times this amount, how much you will get? You'll get this, okay, and then after you calculate the discounted cash flow, you have to plus everything in order to get maximum value of it. However, because these questions are all, okay, this is AUD, I'm going to put as AUD, discounted cash flow in AUD, okay. So it means that here, when you actually calculate, okay, the PV in AUD, you will get this answer. Yeah, I put it here because this is in year 0. Okay, means that, okay, when the company wants to consider opening new subsidiary in India, the maximum amount that they are willing to pay is only 29.464 million. Okay, 29,464,000. Yeah. The question, however, is not asking in Australian dollar. They ask you to actually calculate in Indian rupee. So it means that this amount you have to times 35.5, yeah, and you will get the answer of Indian rupee present value. So it means that this is the maximum value offered, okay, in Indian rupee. Okay, if you use this, means that you get Australian dollar, then you translate it back, using the 35.5 by times it, and then you get the same answer. With that, we finish exercise 1. Okay, I'm going to have another video for another exercise here because this is quite long. So we are going to have a break right now. Don't forget to do your exercise. Thank you very much and see you soon.